Spanish. Please note that the live captionings and translations are AI generated and may contain errors. Members, if you can please unmute your microphones for a roll call. Member Colville,
Here.
Member Milstein,
Here.
and Member Ruyak.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum. We are going to take things a little bit out of order today. We're going to go ahead and take the discussion item first. Discussion item 2 is the selection of chair and vice chair for calendar year 2026. We can either take these in separate motions. We will select the chair, take that motion, and then vice chair and take that motion, or we can take them together. But we may now nominate the selections of chair and vice chair.
I nominate myself as chair and Matt as vice chair.
I second.
And we do not have any public speakers for this item. So we have a selection of Colville as chair and Ruyak for vice chair. And we have that's moved by Colville, second by Milstein. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Thank you. That passes. We will now move to our public hearing item, the utility users tax assessment for DirecTV LLC, and I would like to open the public hearing at this time.
My name is Brian Howard. I'm the revenue manager, the finance manager overseeing the revenue division. The City of Sacramento City Code requires that UUT assessments issued, that the city issues be referred to this board for confirmation or modification, which is why we're here. We have pending or an assessment that we issued for DirecTV LLC. So just a little history on the UUT. The city has a longstanding tax on the consumption of electricity, gas, cable television, communication services, and prepaid wireless. The tax is imposed on service users with service or billing addresses in the city of Sacramento, and the collection of the city's UUT is done by the service suppliers through the regular course of billing. These service suppliers collect the city's UUT and remit it to the city on a monthly basis. The rates are indicated in the slide for electricity, gas, and cable television. They're 7.5%. Communication services is 7%. Prepaid wireless is at 6.5%. DirecTV is going to be subject to the communication services tax. So we are requesting approval of the utility users tax assessment. The assessment that staff is requesting the board confirm today is to DirecTV. It came about through a compliance review of DirecTV's financials. We employ Numo, who is formerly known as Avenue Insights and Analytics, and they also operate as Muni Services LLC. They're our auditing consultant partner. Numo performs the audit engagement, data gathering, and technical analysis for the city. Technical analysis for the city during the course of the audit. For this DirecTV audit, it resulted in an assessment to DirecTV for the amount of $5,705. $3,833 was principal, 575 penalties, 1,297 of the amount due is interest. DirecTV, as I said before, is subject to the 7% rate for the communication users tax. So the audit was conducted in accordance with the city's UUT ordinance and industry standards. The tax periods under review are January 2021 through December 2023. All of those were within the statute of limitations from the beginning of the audit. NUMO selected 4 random sample months, which is normal audit practice for this type of audit: July 2021, January 2022, and February and September 2023. From there, during the course of the audit, a tax matrix evaluation was done to ensure that all applicable taxable charges were deemed taxable by the service supplier. They also reviewed billing data in its entirety for each sample month for all customers indicated by the service supplier in the city of Sacramento. And they perform a GIS evaluation for customers billed in zip codes bordering the city's jurisdiction, in the border jurisdictions of the city that abut other neighboring cities, to ensure that billing was done accurately. So the audit consultant then recalculated the tax based on DirecTV's billing files and data, and they determined slight variances in each month that they selected at random for sample that resulted in an overall underpayment of the tax. The overall underpayment of UUT was converted into an error rate, which was then applied to all periods under examination of the audit, 3 years worth, 36 periods, which is how the end amount due, the principal amount due, was calculated. So the city code provides that there are penalties and interest for tax deficiencies. There's a one-time penalty of 15% that's applied to all underreported and underpaid UUT. This was done and included in the assessment. City code also requires interest of 1% per month be applied to any and all underreported and unpaid UUT, which was also done and included in the tax assessment. City issued the tax assessment on July 23rd, 2026 to DirecTV. And as an update to the staff report, DirecTV has since paid the tax assessment. The city processed the payment on August 18th of 2026. They did not contest any amounts due and agreed and paid it in full. And I'll open it up to questions or discussion.
Gonna close the public hearing and move staff recommendation.
I will second that motion.
I just have some questions for you, Brian, because I don't understand the purpose for this board. So if you can give me some education on what our purpose is, if people, did you send the assessment to DirecTV and needed us to confirm that it's okay and they paid it in the interim, or what is our role in this whole process?
Yeah, so the city code, it's code chapter 3.32.140. It requires that any assessment for UUT that the city levies against the service supplier or anybody be approved by this board. But there is a provision in the code that we notice we issue the assessment prior so that the service supplier, in this instance, can be aware that they have a pending amount due, and this forum is an opportunity for them to come and contest that assessment should they disagree or oppose the amounts levied against them.
So if they had paid this assessment prior to the 18th, before this was noticed, we wouldn't have had to meet?
No, the board still has to confirm the assessment based on the code.
Okay.
And that's at the direction of our advising city attorney.
All right, so if no other questions or comments, we do have a motion made by Member Milstein and a second by Member Ruyak. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? The motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will now move on to member comments, ideas, questions. Looks like we have none. And last will be public comments, matters not on the agenda, and we do not have anyone signed up to speak. This meeting is now adjourned at 1:10.